Hey, this is Scott McCans with Northgroup Real Estate. I'm here with Andrew Zimmer from Robert Black Insurance. I just wanted to reach out to have him explain to you what he does, what he offers, things like that, and see how he can assist you in your life. Andrew?
Yep. So nice to meet you all. So I'm Andrew Zimmer. I'm the owner over at Robert Black Insurance. We're based out of Mount Holly, and we write insurance pretty much all over North Carolina and also in areas of South Carolina. Pretty much what we do primarily home, auto, and personal umbrella insurance. We also do a little bit of boat. We do life insurance, and we also do commercial insurance. So restaurants, contracting, any sort of landlord policies. We do a lot of that stuff as well. A couple of tips that I pretty much give anyone, especially if you're in the housing market looking at buying a house. The biggest things that you're going to want to look over on your homeowner's insurance policy. First is going to be the dwelling amount. So basically, that's going to be how much the insurance companies are going to cover if you have a claim. So if your house burns down, that's basically the amount that you're going to be paid. And there's a couple different amounts in the way that they're actually stated. So the first is going to be replacement cost. And for example, if you have a replacement cost basis and $500,000, if your house burns down, that means that they're going to replace that house up to $500,000. The next one that's fairly common is called actual cash value, and that's similar to replacement cost, but the big difference is they're going to take out the price of depreciation. So if you have $500,000 on there, home is a little bit older. Sometimes that payment is actually going to be a little bit lower because they take out depreciation for the age of the roof, the building materials, things like that. And then what's super common nowadays is it's called extended replacement cost. And so what that's going to do is that's going to be a percentage over whatever that value is. So going back to $500,000, what's common is 25% extended. So it's going to be that $500,000 plus an additional 25%. So it's really important when you're shopping around to have extended replacement cost because in the Charlotte market, with construction materials going through the roof, housing prices going through the roof, really that value can change pretty quickly. So, if you bought a house a year ago at $400,000, that same house here might be, six, seven, $800,000 in some cases, which is pretty insane. So that extended replacement cost really just gives you kind of a cushion in the event that the market appreciates the way it's going to be. And then the best coverage that's available, which is primarily what we do, it's called guaranteed replacement cost. And so for that one, there's basically no limit, which is really nice. So especially in the Charlotte market and other markets that are super hot where prices just keep going up and up and up, guaranteed is nice because that's basically just gonna pay the value of the building to rebuild it. So if you bought the house for $400,000 last year and this year it costs $1 million due to supply chain issues or whatever it is, there's no cap on what the company actually pays. They're going to rebuild you pretty much an identical house and make sure you're taken care of. So that's the primary thing I would look at when you're shopping for insurance companies. So again, making sure that that value is adequate and also making sure that you either have extended replacement cost or guaranteed replacement cost. And the other tip that I'd give everyone when talking with insurance adjusters, the most frequently denied claim or claim that isn't paid out because you don't have the optional coverage on your policy that I'd highly, highly recommend buying is sewer and drain backup. And so basically, anytime you have a toilet, sink, sump pump, anything like that that's going to back up and cause flooding, water damage to your house, a lot of people think that's covered under a base policy. Typically, it's not. So usually you have to buy that separately. So I would highly recommend that. It's not super expensive on your average home. You're probably looking at a couple $100s a year, if that. So would definitely recommend looking in that. And then as far as shopping goes, so again, insurance companies, pricing is changing quite rapidly today too. Main things driving that, claims are getting more expensive, and also in the event of total losses, it's costing insurance companies more money to basically replace homes. Same thing with auto insurance. So I'd recommend definitely shopping. I would say probably every 2 to 3 years. 1 year can be a little bit of a pain just because it is, not always the most fun process to go through. But with how frequently rates change, it's definitely in your best interest to shop around. Like I said, every 2 to 3 years, just making sure that there isn't better options out there. So if any of you have any interest in it, we're always offering free quotes, and there's plenty of other independent agencies around there too. The beauty of independent agencies as opposed to direct carriers is we have access to many different carriers, so we can do the shopping for you and kind of let you know what your pricing is going to be over here, how your deductibles look, and kind of find the best insurance that fits your need at the best price as well. So thanks, Scott. Any questions for me?
Awesome, man. That sounds great. You explained a lot of stuff a lot of people don't know, because I've had clients ask me why their house was insured for 50,000 less than, what they paid for it. And it kind of worries them. So, the guaranteed and the
Yep.
extended is really helpful to know about. Other than
Yep,
that, you explained a lot of
absolutely.
good stuff. If you want to tell people how they can reach you, if they want to get a hold of you.
Yep. So yeah, our website is www.robertblackinsurance.com. You can also email me directly at andrew@robertblackinsurance.com. And our office number is 704-827-8331. Feel free to reach out anytime. Even if you aren't actively shopping, if you want us to just review and see if there's, anything missing or any suggestions we'd have, we'd be happy to do that for you.
Awesome, Andrew. I appreciate your time today.
Yep, no problem. Thank you, Scott.